Hi, my name is Leslie Rowley. I'm the Executive Manager of Princeton Journeys, the educational travel program at Princeton University. And after more than a dozen years of coming to ETC, this was another great conference, and just goes to show, for me, the strength and the breadth of the knowledge within our community. One of the things I really like the most about this conference is that while we have great outside speakers come in to give us inspiration and some helpful tidbits, most of the sessions are really peer-to-peer learning. And so we're learning from each other, helping each other wrestle with some issues, and talking about best practices, knowing that all of our programs and companies are different and come from a different perspective, but we can all kind of share in a collaborative environment. This particular conference has been great because I've been able to bring a new colleague from our organization to get to know our partners, our suppliers, destinations, operators, and our peer organizations. And I think that's been eye-opening for her, as well as enhancing the relationships that she's been building on the job. In addition, I've had 3 mentees through our mentor program, new planners that have come to the conference for the first time. And it's been great for me to see the conference and the whole landscape of our industry through their eyes, to see what's exciting, a little bit scary, and all the possibilities that might come from their attending. And I've learned not only from them, but about how we might be able to make the conference better in years going forward, and how we can build this into a really 365-day-a-year community, rather than just waiting every year for this conference to roll around.
Welcome to the ETC Conference 2014 in Orlando, Florida. My name's Tom Bingle. I'm the Executive Vice President of Sales for Thomas P. Gohagan and Company, a U.S. tour operator. And what I always love about the ETC conference is that as we're traveling throughout the year, both in the United States and Canada, you know, on our sales calls, we're always thinking of different kind of conundrums, different pickles, different problems that arise within the industry. And what's always wonderful is that when you then get the ETC directory and the program, the very first section, you open it up and there are so many of the issues that you think that you thought about during the year when you're on the roads up in Alberta or whether it be down in Colorado, that are then presented and kind of diagnosed, and they're dissected there at the conference. And it happens every year. I couldn't think of, you know, other topics that are very good, and they're so good in the sense that what happens is that you want to go to all 3 at the same time, and it's just not possible. So that's always a sign of a good conference. And then the final thing is just the collegial, both, you know, being a travel supplier amongst the other suppliers, and then mainly I always highlight to people coming in to it just how beneficial it is for the travel planners to meet other planners, to bounce ideas off, get positive feedback, get negative feedback or whatever, to help them improve the program, and to just really kind of make sure that we continue, you know, education, you know, as a focus within the travel. So thanks very much.
Hi, my name is Enrique Velasco. I'm from Peru, from a tour operator. I've had a great conference. This is my 5th year attending ETC, building the new relationships, hearing the speakers, learning so much. The crowd here is very welcoming, very friendly. I just love it. As I said, it's my 5th year, and I plan to come here for many years to come. In this year's conference, I enjoyed a lot of the talks, all the lectures, but in particular, the one I liked the most was Brian Scary's Ocean Soul. It was very enlightening. It taught you a lot of things that we really don't know much about. So I really enjoyed this conference.
Hi, I'm Jory Sorkin. I'm the founder and president of Tunis USA. We specialize in Tunisia, Algeria, Iran, Malta. Used to be Libya before the problems started, but primarily North Africa and Middle East. And this is, I think, my 6th year here at ETC. And I must say that it's a cumulative effect. Every year gets better and better. And when I say better and better, I don't look at it strictly in dollar terms and try and say, well, how did this year pay off for me? It's really a question of, I learn when I'm at this conference. I learn a lot. I come back every time the conference ends. I become invigorated by the interchange of people, by the speakers. Mars seems to pull wonderful people to come and talk on topics, whether it's about using social media, about writing, it's about how to come up with ideas. But it's also, there's a certain camaraderie where everyone who's here really, particularly among those of us who are destination operators, I think we've all come in from odd, whether we've been involved in something politically, something from university, something because we've been, been in Peace Corps. Everyone's had different reasons, but we all come together because we're here doing something we love. And I think that's something that ETC brings together. We're not people who went through university to say, this is the job we're going to have. So to me, being at ETC is very multifaceted. One, I learn about business more and more. You could talk with people who maybe not your competitors, but they're in the same industry. We share many of the same issues. We have many of the same desires to learn. It's a great opportunity to connect with people who are travel planners from universities, museums, from all around the country. And I think one of the other things that's wonderful about this conference, and I have to say, I think in Mara's design of it, it's not like going to a trade show where you're the exhibitor and there's someone up here who's the buyer and you're separated. But in reality, we're all sharing, whether you're a travel planner, whether you're a tour operator, we're all on an equal plane. And the mere fact that in real practical terms, I would say something like the sessions that we have are at one time the International Bazaar, where you have a chance to meet with travel planners and tour operators together, interchange, is at a separate time. So you don't feel you've had to sacrifice the opportunity to learn through a session because you had to man a booth as you might at a trade show. So in so many ways, this is well thought out. It really is an educational opportunity every year. And as I say, I believe this is my 6th year. Every year I come away feeling invigorated. I feel I've learned more and I've met wonderful people, and there's a real camaraderie that comes from it. And as this year's ends, I'm already saying I can't wait to come next year. So it's been a real benefit and a real tribute to Mara and a tribute to all the people who come, because we all share the same passion and we love what we do. We love seeing travel and the experience as an education. None of us are in what we're doing strictly for the dollars. So there's something we all bring together, which is sharing the love of travel, education, and the combination that those two factors bring.
That's great. Hi, I'm Mark Garland. I coordinate the travel program for the Audubon Naturalist Society, and I've been coming to the Educational Travel Conference for a lot of years now. And what I really love is that everybody who's here, whatever their special interest is, the one thing we all have in common is a passion for travel, for learning, for seeing the world and understanding it. And it's so wonderful to be in a group like this. We get so many great ideas, practical knowledge and information that's going to help us do our jobs better. But more than anything else, we're inspired to go back and provide really spectacular travel opportunities for our members. The one thing I come to the Educational Travel Conference for is new ideas, new places, new partners to work with, and I get multiple ideas out of this. The biggest problem is going back and sorting through all the ideas and trying to figure out where to run the next trips and who to work with, because there's so many great ideas.
I am Janet Moore. I'm with Distant Horizons. This is, believe it or not, my 28th visit to the Educational Travel Conference, and as it's always been, an incredibly enriching experience. What it's given me in the last 3 days is an opportunity to connect with partners, with suppliers, with destinations, and to understand the value that having us all together in one space allows us to communicate, to engage, and to connect. I think what I particularly enjoyed about this conference was the dynamic in the International Bazaar, to see everybody there connected, engaging, willing to converse with people that they'd never met before was inspiring. And the International Bazaar holds so many different partners, and to watch it be full of everybody just willing to talk was a great experience.
So my name is Liz Bigwood, and I'm the Director for Travel and Education at Smith College. This is my annual conference. I come to every year, ETC, which brings together my colleagues from around the country, the tour operators I work with, and the representatives of the destinations I go to. So it brings everything together under one roof. It's like a big international, global kind of bazaar, if you like, where I can get new ideas for trips I'm arranging, where I can meet with the tour operators I already work with, and also all my friends who I don't see very often. And we all work pretty much on our own in our offices, and this is a way to reconnect and share ideas and enjoy each other's company and listen to all the trends in travel and all the details we need to think about in terms of the work we do, the insurance part of the industry. I think it's always good to come to feel that you're being re-inspired, and I would have to say that I got that today from a travel writer who was speaking. It's to catch other people's enthusiasm for a destination, their country, and what they do. What I really come to the ETC for is to be re-inspired to do what I do and become more informed and up to date with the destinations and what I can do in terms of my travel program, what I can share with the travelers I invite to go on the trips at Smith College. I've been coming to the ETC for about 8 years now.
I'm Heidi Teft from TCS Expeditions, and I am on the Executive Advisory Council. And this year's conference was outstanding. We had Brian Scarry, who provided a presentation that inspired all of us to continue to travel and encourage people to create moments for travelers that will transcend them into change makers. We also had Andrew McCarthy give a presentation on how we need to continue to travel with our family and our children. And so we had some great presenters this year. We also had in the bazaar area great Connects meetings. One of my highlights was being able to connect with so many of our planners and our destinations, operators, and suppliers. This is the one conference that TCS Expeditions consistently attends, and it is the most beneficial conference that we attend annually.
I'm Peter Lloyd from Quadrant Australia in rural Australia. We've been coming to ETC for over 10 years, not every year, but many of those years. And we've made a lot of friends, and I think that's one of the highlights of ETC is actually that international group of people coming together and sharing stories and being able to share the expertise that we all have in tourism all around the world. And for me in 2014 has been making a whole lot of new friends, discussing new trends that are happening, especially with intergenerational travel and with active travel, because being in a slightly older age group, we're finding that people are wanting to combine not only experiential activities but an active program as well. So we might mix hiking in a general format with an informative program where people actually get involved. So involvement, activity, education and experiential activities combining to actually give that sort of an outcome. So that's a big takeout that I have for this year, that we actually have to focus really very much on concentrating on how we design a program to meet those sorts of needs into the future. I think Sri is always a highlight because he actually brings a lot of things out, especially for us where we're actually not using social media in its fullest sense. And for me to go back and actually explain to my staff that there's a whole range of strategies that they need to adopt which they may not normally do. So that's one of the highlights for me. And particularly today, being the last day, was a discussion on World Heritage, which is a subject very dear to my heart, having worked and been an advisor to World Heritage in Australia. And we find that that's one opportunity that we've got that we have to build on. And as a community, an ETC community, we have to build on all these sorts of attributes that we all can contribute to actually bring greater benefits to our clients.
My name is Tony Rango and I'm with the Sierra Club, and we run a program of outdoor adventures. At this conference we talked about active travel as a component of integrating into ETC as another feature for programmatic activities that you can include to enhance things that we're offering to our members. A big component that we discussed also was risk management. There was a new session where experts came to each of the tables with the groups, and we got to ask personalized questions from each of those experts, finding out their best resources and information they offered to us. And then we got to move around to each of the different tables and ask those different experts their perspective and their insights they offered to us throughout their careers and what they've experienced, giving us a better enrichment of activities that we can offer to our members and such. A rewarding experience for me was the oceans discussion and what we saw happening to our world and planet regarding the different environments that we encounter in the oceans. So that was a pretty cool experience.
My name is Alberto Vilot. I am the owner and president of Ojiquil, Argentina, an inbound tour operator for Argentina, Chile, and Uruguay. The good thing to come into ETC every year, it's the different approach and discussions of different point of views, completely different from other trade shows that we attend in Europe, in Africa, or even in the US. Here we can discuss and develop new ideas and see what the planners and the US tour operators are looking for, the different needs of institutions or museums that are different from alumni groups. So it's quite interesting to be here once a year to hear fresh ideas, new approaches, different point of views. It's a completely different conference. My favorite seminars are those when the speakers show us different trends or how the trends of like family travel are growing, how we can take advantage of those growing segments or trends. And my second favorite are the sessions where the tour operators and the planners discuss different ideas to grow this market and seduce travelers to travel with us instead of doing the other way.
Hi, my name is Lauren Heffron. I'm the founder and director of Ciclismo Classico, and this is my first year at the Educational Travel Conference. I had a great time. I felt that almost everyone I met, every appointment I had, I felt like I really had a wonderful interaction with them. I feel that it was my first time, and I'm one of the very few active travel companies here, so I think one of the things I tried to educate people about was that you're never too old to enjoy an active vacation. So And I was on a panel today that was very successful. We talked a lot about senior people cycling, and so it was really exciting. It was really well organized. The people were all fun and exciting. I'm looking forward to coming back. I guess next year's in Boston, so that's in my hometown. So I just really enjoyed it. It was excellent. The lectures were stellar. I mean, I really liked listening to Brian Scarry, the oceanographer, photographer from National Geographic. That was beautiful.
Well, good evening. My name is B.J. Mickelson, and my company name is Great Dane Journeys, specializing in private trains in various parts of the world. Having participated in ETC again for about the 12th time I've been here over the past 15 years. It's been yet an outstanding ETC, very well organized, well attended, and a wonderful mixture of travel executives from all aspects of our industry. This is a convention that is a must. We all participate in so many different conferences and trade shows throughout the year in various parts of the country, but the ETC is top-notch. We have the best people in the business, and I wish this would go on forever. Some of the seminars and presentations that were made during these past few days, I would say the social media attention, that is, and seminars held around the social media is extremely valuable. This conference very much focused on that, and that was very much appreciated by everybody that attended.
My name is Todd Nielsen. I have been coming to the Educational Travel Conference since the very first conference and helped found the conference. I find it the most content-driven session of seminars that I attend each year. I'm very pleased to meet a diversity of operators, a diversity of destinations, and of course my colleagues who plan trips for alumni groups, museums, zoos, and other nonprofit educational institutions. The highlight is for me to meet new niche tour operators who operate programs which we would call boutique tours in various areas. And each year I come back with usually one tour operator at least who I hope to develop a long-term relationship with.
Hi, I'm Steve Ridgway from Criterion Travel. I've been coming to ETC conferences for quite a number of years, and every time I go away satisfied and energized. But what I find is that every year the conference gets incrementally better. It's refined, it's improved. It's a celebration of the educational travel niche and of the community of professionals that makes up this niche. And I think it's an indispensable element of what we do in educational travel. I'm a strong supporter, and I'll be coming back for many more years.